everyone, it is I, and the astral plane is what we're going to be talking about. So, you've probably already heard of the astral plane if you've been looking into like the occult and mysticism and things like that for a little while now. And if not, here you go. So, the astral plane is essentially the spirit world. Now, there's so many different names for the spirit world depending on what culture we look at, right? There's Avalon, there's Tirnaoak, there's the other world with a capital O. There's the Summerlands, there's Valhalla, there's the Elysian Fields. There's a lot, right? And essentially, all of those can be encompassed with the term astral plane. The astral plane is described to us in medieval literature a lot. And I think that's probably when the term came about and was popularized by the Italians. And it's essentially a place, as I said before, a spirit realm or a higher realm of consciousness that is separate from the physical earth that we live on. And there are all kinds of methods on how to get to the astral plane. Meditation, intercourse, prayer, the use of substances. There's a lot of ways, right? Anything that alters your consciousness. Lucid dreaming. There's the idea that when you dream, right, the world that you're seeing, these images that are being presented to you in a dream, are on the astral plane. Like you have astral projected out of your body to the astral plane and are experiencing dreams. So, some people call the astral plane the astral world or the astral realm because they believe that there are so many different planes or subsections within it, right? Like there's a dream world, there's a deceased people world, there's a power animals world, there's an angel world. You know, it can very much become like the world tree where there's like all these different realms for different types of spirits. The astral plane is like truly without form usually, and the form is that it does have when you perceive it is being projected by you. So think of like the astral realm as a blank canvas, and when you enter it, your thoughts, your imagination, your creativity, your experiences, your memories, they are what start to shape the world. Does that make sense? It's almost like a simulation that you enter. It can be changed because the astral plane is not, it's not a firm, it doesn't have its own firm image. It is manipulated and fluid. It's like you're in there painting around. You can change the astral plane. You are never a victim to any one experience in the astral plane because you are always in control of that reality. It's kind of like, to be current right now as we're filming of this video, if you've been watching WandaVision on Disney Plus, you know how Wanda shapes reality at will. She just changes things, the way they look, the way they're shaped. That's very much like the astral plane, right? Once you're in there, you can shape it to be anything you want, if you know how, if you are knowledgeable. And that comes through the cultivation of psychic gifts. That can help you shape that world. Or the cultivation of magical gifts, and that can help you shape that world. Essentially, any kind of practice, be it magical, psychic, or otherwise, if you are cultivating gifts within yourself of the sixth sense type, if you are cultivating gifts that help you sculpt the unseen energies and fabric of this universe, you're going to be able to effectively navigate your way through the astral plane. Now, I find that imagination goes a long way in the astral plane. And I know that some people do not probably even entertain the idea of using your imagination when it comes to magic or psychic development because it's fake, right? You just made it up in your head. You're imagining things. You're playing pretend. However, I find that when you start playing pretend, as an adult, you start revealing things back to yourself from the inside of your psyche. It's extremely fascinating. And you can see it in children too. Look at children and what they're playing. When they play pretend, when they're role playing, what roles are they constantly playing? What are they reenacting? Okay? Pretend play is it's a form of therapy, and that's backed by a lot of modern psychology. So, when you go into the astral realm, astral plane, you can play out fantasies, be them good, bad, lustful, anything. And it's going to be extremely therapeutic for you. It's going to be a way of shadow work. It's going to be a way for you to work out things in a safe space in this astral realm. Now, with that said, I wouldn't say let's just jump back and forth between this world and the next. Like, it's not easy to get there if you're not used to it. These kinds of things, world traveling takes practice. And again, I think that imagination is going to be a key to help you learning what your on and off switch are to shift that consciousness, to help you world travel. Okay? If it's your first time, you may want a person with you in the room when you visit the astral plane. You're definitely going to want to, cast your circles, cast your guards up, cast your shields, your spells, call on your spirits, do whatever you got to do that you're used to doing when putting yourself through a magical experience that's foreign and different to you. And if that means having a physical person there, certainly do that. If it means having an anchor item here in the real world, do that. By all means, do what you got to do to make you feel safe, to be able to let yourself release from this physical shell, right? So, essentially that is what the astral plane is. It's nothing new. You've heard of it before. You just might not have heard that term applied to it. But maybe you've never been there. And I highly, highly encourage you to do so. Just, be safe. Whenever we consciously, physically are trying to alter our brain waves, to alter our state of consciousness, you need to be really safe. Because you can harm yourself physically. And you would never want to intentionally put yourself into some kind of manic state if you were emotionally a sensitive person, mentally sensitive, we'll say. If trying to alter your consciousness and enter a trance-like state triggers anything for you, probably don't do it. Just don't do it. Anywho, the astral plane. It's a phenomenal place. You never know what you're going to find there. But as I said, when you are there, you can sculpt those energies. And this is not for new baby witches, by the way. This is not for baby witches. If you don't already know how to cast a circle, if you don't know how to invoke shields on your aura, if you don't know how to do simple banishments, simple conjurings, this is not an experience for you yet. You need to have a full tool set when you're going into the astral plane. It's kind of like if you were going to go hiking up a mountain. Why wouldn't you carry a first aid kit, a knife, things like that with you? Why wouldn't you do that? So, if you don't have a psychic or magical toolbox, as well as probably some friendly spirits to go with you, maybe don't go just yet. Okay, you guys, the astral plane. It's a realm of the psyche, a realm of the soul, a realm of the spirits, of the gods. It's a very cool place. It's kind of like a meeting ground for everyone, for all religions, all realms, all spirits, positive and negative. It is like the pub of the other world where everybody can jump in and out of. So, just know that. Have that kind of mentality in mind. Alright. I hope this video intrigued you, informed you. The astral plane. Definitely do more of your own research before going. Unless you're like me and you're just like, I'm gonna do it. But be careful. And yeah, you guys, that's going to be it for today. Also, check down below. I always put links to my Instagram so you can follow me there, my Twitter, and my Facebook page. Particularly my Facebook page, I encourage you to check out. That's the Nerdy Warlock also. There you can book a tarot reading with me, an oracle reading with me, an Ogum reading with me, or a rune reading with me. Is that everything? Yeah. And they can be live or not. So, check me out there. Thank you so much. Goodbye.